I'm out of here. Remember when some of your favorite television stars walked away from or got unceremoniously booted from hit shows at the peak of their popularity? Well, today we're counting down 10 actors who took a big gamble by leaving prime-time success, and a few who didn't exactly leave by choice. Now, before we get into it, go ahead and like and subscribe if you love retro television as much as we do. It really helps the channel, and it's way easier than convincing a television exec to double your salary. Just ask some of these folks in the video. Alright, let's dive in with number 10. 10. Valerie Harper, Valerie and the Hogan Family. Okay, kicking off our list is Valerie Harper, the only person to get fired from her own sitcom and still come out a winner. You thought your family dinners were awkward? Well, imagine getting written out of your own show like an inconvenient houseplant. The show, later rebranded as The Hogan Family, premiered in 1986 with Harper playing the slightly neurotic but endlessly lovable Valerie Hogan. In 1987, Harper tried to play hardball, demanding a major salary bump and a cut of the show's syndication profits. In response, the producers promptly fired her, writing her character off in a shocking off-screen car accident. Instead of pulling the plug, the producers brought in Sandy Duncan as the boys' relentlessly chipper Aunt Sandy. Harper sued the show's producers for wrongful termination, eventually winning a multi-million-dollar settlement. Topher Grace, That 70-Second Show. If you were channel surfing from 1998 to 2006, there's a good chance you stumbled on That 70-Second Show, the sitcom that brought bell-bottoms and basement hangouts back into the spotlight. Topher Grace starred as Eric Foreman, the sarcastic, awkward everyman. But by the end of season 7, Topper decided it was time to swap bell-bottoms for big-screen roles, leaving the show to pursue a film career. With Grace now gone, the show limped through a rough final season, awkwardly trying to fill the void with a new character named Randy. Most fans agreed it should have ended when Eric first hopped that flight to the Serengeti. We've seen 2 stars who made a big splash by leaving, but the next few on our list show that leaving a hit series can be even more complicated when personal battles and creative differences are involved. Let's continue our countdown with number 8. 8. Delta Burke, Designing Women. Coming in at number 8, we have Delta Burke, who got fired after a behind-the-scenes battle that was messier than a butter-soaked biscuit at a Sunday brunch. Designing Women ran for 7 seasons, from 1986 to 1993, following the lives of 4 outspoken women running an interior design firm in Atlanta. Burke famously clashed with the show's creators over long working hours and what she described as a hostile work environment. Things came to a head in 1991 when Burke was abruptly fired from the show. After her departure, Burke headlined the country-themed sitcom Delta in 1992, which was canceled after just 1 season. Seven. John Amos, Good Times. Coming in at number 7, we have John Amos, the man who played one of TV's toughest, most dedicated dads, before getting fired for being a little too honest about his own show. Good Times ran for 6 seasons, from 1974 to 1979, and broke ground as one of the first sitcoms to focus on a Black American family. But Amos's commitment to authentic storytelling eventually put him at odds with the show's producers. As the series went on, he grew frustrated with the shift toward broader, more cartoonish humor. In 1976, they killed off his character in a brutal off-screen car accident. Without Amos, Good Times lost the emotional backbone that had grounded its comedy. 6. Michael J. Fox, Spin City. Alright, coming in at number 6 is Michael J. Fox, a sitcom legend who walked away from a hit show for all the right reasons. Spin City ran for 6 seasons, with Fox playing the fast-talking deputy mayor Mike Flaherty. But behind the scenes, Fox was battling Parkinson's disease, which he announced publicly in 1998. By the show's 4th season, the symptoms had become too difficult to manage. In 2000, Fox announced his departure, making way for one of the most emotional goodbyes in television history. Following Fox's exit, the show continued for 2 more seasons, with Charlie Sheen stepping in as the new lead. That's the first half of our list, and what a ride it's been. We've seen some shocking exits and some truly emotional goodbyes, from stars who were abruptly fired to those who left to fight personal battles. Each departure created a ripple effect, changing the show forever. It makes you think, doesn't it? We get so attached to these characters and the actors who play them. I still remember the feeling of watching a show and realizing a key part was just gone. It's like seeing a family photo with someone missing. You can move on, but it's never quite the same. John Amos's story, in particular, always stuck with me. A man who was willing to risk his job for the sake of authenticity, for the show to feel real for the people it was supposed to represent. And then there's Michael J. Fox. His story wasn't about money or ego. It was a pure act of courage and dignity. He showed us that some things are more important than fame and success. It was a humbling lesson to watch, and a powerful reminder that our television heroes are just people facing their own struggles. We've seen the first half of our list, but there are still 5 more stories to go, with even bigger gambles and messier Hollywood dramas. Let us know in the comments, which of these departures do you remember the most? The shocking dismissal of Valerie Harper, the messy feud with Delta Burke, or the emotional farewell of Michael J. Fox? And don't forget to subscribe for part 2, where we reveal the top 5 stars who left everything behind at the peak of their career. See you next time.